Bram Stoker's 1897 novel Dracula forever changed the outlook on modern-day monsters by pulling vampires, undead creatures who had not ventured out of folklore, into the limelight. There have been many interpretations of this rich, reclusive, blood-sucking nocturnal creature, and today we'll be looking at the portrayal of Dracula in Showtime's Penny Dreadful. Named after the genre of serialized fiction published in the UK, Penny Dreadful has played host to many popular Gothic characters such as Dorian Gray, Victor Frankenstein, and Abraham Van Helsing. So we're ready to see their take on the most famous fictional vampire of all time, Count Dracula. But before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to the channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Now, without any further ado, let's dive on in. A rivalry from the beginning of time. Stoker did not expand on the origins of Dracula much in his book, and all we know about him is that he was a nobleman in Transylvania. In Francis Ford Coppola's 1992 movie, Bram Stoker's Dracula, it was explained that Vlad Dracula denounced God and the church after a priest told him that his beloved wife would be condemned to hell as she committed suicide. Penny Dreadful takes a different approach and makes Dracula a literal angel. He was the brother of Lucifer, and along with him, tried to conquer the throne of heaven. They failed, and both were cast down from heaven, Lucifer to hell, where he had to feed on the souls of the dead, and Dracula to earth, where he had to feed on living beings. The fallen angel adapts to life on earth quickly by luring in people by promising them their greatest desires and then drinking their blood to turn them into his undead slaves. He's been doing this since the beginning of time, so it's no surprise that he soon got bored with it and decided to go back to heaven by hook or by crook. Dracula learns of a prophecy that says that only the mother of evil would be able to help free Dracula and Lucifer from their condemned existence and take over the throne of heaven. The mother of evil is none other than the protagonist of the show, Vanessa Ives. Lucifer had already found out about Vanessa and had been tormenting her for quite some time, forcing her to check herself into the banning clinic, a mental asylum. Dracula visits Lucifer and Vanessa in the form of an orderly. While Lucifer promises to leave her alone and get rid of her supernatural powers in exchange for her soul, Dracula promises eternal and unconditional love for the same. Though Vanessa is extremely tempted by the idea of ruling the world with Dracula by her side, she overcomes it and resists the power of the fallen angels. She gets rid of them both and blocks her memory of the entire ordeal.
I accept myself.
Retaliation and further attempts. Dracula isn't pleased with the way he's treated by Vanessa and decides to retaliate by biting her neighbor and best friend, Mina Murray Harker, and turning her into one of his thralls. He commands Mina to bring Vanessa to him, and Mina obeys, pretending to be in distress over Dracula's powers and begging Vanessa to come save her. When Vanessa arrives to save her friends, Mina tries to bite her, but she's stopped by her father, Sir Malcolm Murray, who shoots her fatally and effectively foils Dracula's plans. In London, Dracula tries once more, but this time in the guise of an attractive zoologist named Dr. Alexander Sweet. Played by Christian Camargo, Dr. Alexander Sweet appears to be charming, a bit awkward, but completely dreamy, a dark contrast to Dracula's scary, menacing aura. Vanessa visits the London Natural History Museum to see their taxidermied animals and runs into the director of zoological studies, none other than Dr. Sweet. Dr. Sweet waxed poetic about animals, telling Vanessa about his fascination with broken and shunned creatures. Vanessa is completely charmed by this facade and soon agrees to a date at the cinematograph. Dr. Sweet and Vanessa's relationship begins to bud and blossom, but unfortunately for Dracula, one of his familiars opens their big mouth and reveals to Vanessa that Dr. Sweet had met her during her time at the banning asylum. Dracula, understandably pissed at the familiar, asks all of his thralls to devour the foolish familiar who betrayed him. Vanessa decides to explore her hidden memories with the help of hypnosis sessions under the guidance of Dr. Seward. Throughout this process, Dracula plays the part of the perfect boyfriend in the form of Dr. Sweet, and soon, Vanessa consummates the relationship with him.
How dare you speak of love?
Dare with me.
Relationship unmasked. Soon, Vanessa visits a thanatologist named Catriona Hartigan, who helps her identify modern incarnations of Dracula and soon realizes that he was hiding in plain sight. Feeling completely betrayed, Vanessa storms into the museum to confront and kill her insidious beau. But she's head over heels in love, and seeing her hesitation, Dracula asks her to consider his offer once more. He tells her that even though he was only pursuing her initially to get off Earth, he had genuinely fallen in love with her, and if she brings about the apocalypse with him, they would be together together forever. This time, Vanessa accepts and bares her neck for Dracula to bite her. With her willing submission, Vanessa turns into the mother of evil, and London is soon surrounded by a sinister darkness. A plague begins to spread, and the children of the night, who are the wolves, rats, bats, and vampires, begin to roam London. Vanessa soon has no interest in ruling the world with the fallen angel and starts feeling guilty about her role in bringing about the darkness that enveloped the world. Vanessa's friends arrive to save her, but Dracula sends his thralls to stop them. He takes great pleasure in killing Sir Malcolm, as he boasts about hunting his daughter, Mina. As he prepares to finish him off, Vanessa's friend, Ethan Chandler, appears. Ethan was a werewolf, aka the Wolf of God, which was prophesied to be the greatest enemy of Dracula. Vanessa begs Ethan to kill her, and Ethan, after chanting the Lord's Prayer, shoots her. As Vanessa dies in his arms, happy to be able to see God at last, the plague and the darkness slowly begin to lift, and London returns to normal. With Vanessa's death, Dracula disappears, leaving everyone hoping that he remains hidden for good. The powers of Dracula. Dracula is known by many names, including the Dragon and Amun-Ra. Since Dracula was once a resident of heaven and is a fallen angel, time doesn't affect him like it does us mortals. He is immortal, and no human weapon, disease, or disorder can bring about his end. With incredible strength, Dracula has the ability to send full-grown men flying across the room with a simple slap. He is gifted with incomprehensible speed and can dodge bullets. Dracula has taken the forms of an orderly and a zoologist, both very different in their looks, which tells us about his incredible ability to shapeshift and take on the disguise of anyone he wants. Dracula's thralls are bound to his will and carry out his commands whether they want to or not, which might imply that he has some mind control powers. Comparison with Stoker's Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula was inspired by Vlad the Impaler, an important ruler of Wallachia in modern-day Romania, while Penny Dreadful takes a page out of the Bible as an inspiration for their Dracula. Stoker's Dracula is an undead creature, while Penny Dreadful's Dracula is an angel. While Stoker's Dracula drinks blood only as a means of sustenance, this Dracula has been condemned to drink blood for his sin. In the novel, Dracula only had the ability to turn into a bat, wolf, or rat, while the Dracula in the series can take on the form of any creature he wants. There are many similarities between the two characters as well. They both have great control over the people they drink from and can turn anyone into their slave by consuming their blood. Vanessa Ives is similar to the character of Mina Harker in the novel, as Dracula was hell-bent on making her his bride. So what about the Mina Harker in this series? She's actually more like Lucy Westenra, the woman who was turned by Dracula first in order to get to Mina, just like how Dracula used Mina to get to Vanessa in the series. Lucy and Mina's relationship is identical to the relationship shared by Mina and Vanessa, as they are both best friends. Another striking similarity is shared between Ethan Chandler and Stoker's Quincy P. Morris. Quincy is one of Lucy's love interests in the book, and after Lucy had been turned into a vampire by Dracula, it became his unfortunate responsibility to drive the wooden stake into her heart. Ethan, too, had the bad luck of mercy killing his love interest, Vanessa Ives. All these parallels point towards the obvious inspiration Penny Dreadful gained from Stoker. It's really wonderful how an entirely different story can be spun with the threads of pop culture and folklore.
There's one monster who loves you for who you really are.
Marvelous verdict! Penny Dreadful's Dracula is a manipulative sweet-talker with incredible strength and unbelievable powers. This enigmatic figure let down a lot of fans as he didn't live up to their high expectations. What would you change about Dracula's plot in Penny Dreadful? Let us know in the comments down below. We're always looking for ideas for new videos. We'll be back soon with another interesting, marvelous video, and until then, make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notifications, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Otherwise, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and have a marvelous day.